Yo, 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 what's good? How's it going, everybody? This is Crypto and Poker, powered by Coin Poker. We're about to get it fired up with two intro songs here, guys. If you're early, you're on time. Do me a favor, repost the stream, say what's up in the comment, tag a friend that needs to hear about this so we can get it cracking. But guys, we got two intro songs coming your way. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, man. The odds always been stacked against me. You know, it's never been nothing though. There's been times where I felt like I didn't have nowhere to go, but I've always had a strong network, strong people around me, my friends, my family. They've always helped me do that. You know, there were times where I might have stayed on my homie's the Bogle's couch for weeks. My homie Casey, I got his door kicked in, selling out of his house. Shit, man. You know, I remember being on the bus driving past those lots and seeing those luxury cars, like, man, one day I'm gonna afford those. And people looked at me like I was crazy. But I want to say thank you because my haters have given me just as much inspiration as my support. So I love all you all equally. You guys keep hustling hard. I'll see you at the top. Check it.
Pass me the scale, I need that shit weighing right. Next been on the road driving all night. I remember being on the block under that porch lights, thinking I'll do whatever it takes to better my life. Being broke did something to my spirit. No matter a lot I got, they claim they couldn't hear it. Look at me now, driving German engineering. I'm drunk, driving the tether, there's no way I should be steering. Damn, Graham, we used to grab them peas, hit the block, break it down and straight start them fiends. All right, Mike, prep the steel, get on the bike. We was only 14, but we was about that life. All the stupid shit we did, I can't believe nobody died. It's D-Block, bitch, but the money longs the alphabet. Cross me and I'll cross you off this real, please do not forget them other cats is counterfeit. You don't have an ounce of it. Never learned how to quit. That's why I sold a lot of shit. Started off with some bricks, graduated to some keys. How you think I learned business? I ain't got no degrees. Sitting in a suit, getting loot, but I was blowing trees. Don't want to, but I'll shoot. You won't put my fingers, don't freeze. Please don't go harder me. I get a pumping like an artery. The game is only for starters. G on the bench where you should be a baller and a player, but you'll never see me hoop. But you know what I say, and if you ever see me shoot, no matter how you compute, the odds are in my favor. I can bring death, or I can be your savior. In St. Louis City, dog, it's like that if you stay here. If you ain't bigger than stay clear, cause normal brews do not adhere. Friday and we drinking beer, 10 o'clock on the block. Hour later, so some rockets back to the party spot. Start the cops and smoking bottle. Living life with all I got. The city top of the game at night. My PO is 5 years, not a day lower. Nigga, what? Told that bitch holler at me when she's sober. I'm a felon, that's what's up. You think I ain't got that flower? Bro, you wrong. Got the Glock, rock the head off your shoulders. Boom! Might fuck around and drop an album. You know, you listen to it. Just one album.
Might drop an album, might drop two, but I can tell you we're going to be here every day for it, baby. We got one more intro song, though, coming up for you guys. We're going to pump up some charts today. Let's get it.
Are you playing something? I can't hear nothing.
to the bank while I'm laughing at some memes.
Yo, I didn't even realize that we had the song playing this whole time. Taking it back. My bad, guys. My bad. We got one more intro song still, baby. I'm too hyped today. We gotta get things positive. We gotta pump some dark. Pump some dope. Pump some speed. Pump some rap.
And we pumping up the chart.
Let's run it up.
Yeah, this yards. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the chart. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. We buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, them candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the chart. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. It's trade talk, homie, market makers who need. We stay locked in cause we steady making cheese. Cause we showing up daily, then making it some breeze. You just gotta click the button, overthinking makes the freeze. There's rules to this game, the pressure runs deep. Been around so long, I can tell you in my sleep. One, you gotta know who to trust. Who's always losing, who's coming in clutch. Two, you gotta know when to move. If you sideline on a pump, that's another way you lose. Three, it's culture over everything. And something feels dope, it don't matter what nobody thinks. We buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, yeah, the candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the chart. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. We buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, them candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the chart. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. It's straight talk, homie, market makers who need. We stay locked in cause we steady making cheese. If you're showing up daily, then make it a breeze. Just gotta click the button, overthink it, makes you breathe. I'm laughing to the bank while I'm laughing at some memes. Came in with the gold, Millie was the dream. This was going to a billion, it ain't ever losing steam. About to go full court, put my trust in the team. Run it up, staying up late, eyes glued in the screen. About to hit 100x, trading margin like a fiend. Long on red, short on green, real was no just what I mean. Leave emotions out, bruh, profits over everything. Buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, yeah, the candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the chart. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. We buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, them candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the chart. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark.
Let's go, baby. This one was for all my traders, my degens, and my Web3 hustlers. I'll see you at the top of the charts. Let's run it up. Peace out, everybody. Run it up, baby. We gotta run it up today. What's good, everybody? This one is for my traders, my poker degens, and all my Web3 hustlers. This is Crypto and Poker, everybody. Powered by Coin Poker. It's my decentralized casino of choice. Guys, if you're early, do me a favor. Repost the stream. Say what's up in the comments. Tag a friend that might love some degeneracy that's going down here. All right, get them in here to hang with us a little bit. We're gonna stream some poker today. We're gonna talk some crypto. We're gonna talk about the events going on in the world a little bit too. It's just the reality of way things are going. So we're gonna talk about it a bit. Everybody, this episode is powered by Coin Poker. Like I said, it's my decentralized casino exchange. And my decentralized blunt here too, but it's my decentralized poker room of exchange. Man, if you're into Web3 and you're into poker, there's three reasons why everybody needs to be playing there. One is you get 150% deposit bonus. You put $1,000 in, you're gonna get 2,500 in your account. Now you can't just automatically withdraw the 2,500. You got to play through it a little bit, but you're gonna get some free money. I take advantage of free money every chance I get. You probably should too, especially if you're making money at Web3. Second reason you're gonna want to do it is the rake back, right? Any poker site you play on, you're going to pay some rake into, right? Well, on Coin Poker, since they're a decentralized poker room, they have a coin called chip. When you hold chip, you pay 50% of your rake in chip. Then every Monday, you get back 33% of the rake that you paid in back to your account. They give it back to you in chip. You just got to hold some chip to make sure you get it. But that's really cool, guys, right? Because you always got to pay rake. If you play a lot of poker, you definitely realize the impact of rake pretty quick. if you play a little bit of poker, you're going to realize it over time. So I know I want to play someplace. It's giving me some money back, right? Giving me some of my overhead back. And the third reason you want to play there, like I said, is decentralized. You can deposit all your favorite major cryptos. I generally suggest Polygon on USDT. It's generally the cheapest to send from exchanges, but you can deposit all your major coins there. So if you're following from Pump.fun, we've been streaming on Pump as of late. But if you're following from Pump, the link to CoinPoker is listed as the website there. If you're on X, it's in my bio and in the pinned post. If you're on YouTube or LinkedIn, you can find the link to Pin Poker in the description. And if you're on Pump, grab a bag of dope and support the stream. That's the token attached to this stream. But guys, I got I'm gonna play some Omaha today while we chat some crypto and some news and all that good stuff. But let me throw out these topics. We'll throw it around. We'll check in with everybody. And then while we're checking in, I'll get some poker fired up, or I'll find an Omaha game to get in here and start playing. So let me get these topics. So we were talking to Charlie Kirk this morning on my morning show, and it might come up here later, right? It's a big event, man. I think it's a defining moment for our generation right now. But today is also a big day off another defining moment for multiple generations, and that's 9/11. So, as we start the convo today, we're going to check in with something a little not crypto related, but real world related. And everything's crypto related eventually, just because it all ties into crypto. But I'm curious, where were you guys at when 9/11 happened? And if you're listening in, let us know in the comments, man. I'm curious where the viewers were, where you guys were at 9/11. Hit the comments and let me know. I'd love to hear about it, hear some of your stories and stuff, and throw them up on the screen here and share them with other people too. But I'm curious where you guys were during 9/11. Then I want to talk treasuries. We're hearing a lot of treasuries pop up, crypto treasuries. True or false? Are treasuries just another buzzword in crypto? I'm curious what you guys think about that. The next thing I want to talk about is Litecoin. I've been trolling Litecoin. I actually like their intern because he was trolling me back. But Litecoin fired his social media intern for trolling people. How long do you guys think they go until they go to zero? Because that shows you are pretty out of touch with the ecosystem if you're firing your Twitter intern for trolling people. Wonder what you guys' thoughts are on that. Next thing is Chainlink. They are expanding their collaborations with U.S. federal agencies to possibly bring elections to the blockchain. I think that's pretty huge. Is this what mass adoption feels like? I'm curious what you guys think about that. It's an interesting day all around. But let me check in with everybody real quick, and then we'll get some poker up as we're checking in. Oh, and I didn't get the link out in the group today. Oh man, the link to the group chat missed. Let me go. ESC, can you drop the link in the group chat for me, please?
On it.
Appreciate it. Thank you, bro. But let's start with Hermit. He's an American. Otherwise, I can't start with the Canadian on 9/11. But Hermit, man, where were you when 9/11 happened?
I don't know if you can hear me because you basically asked the question when I had to. I possibly have some of the worst signal in the history of cellular communications. I was in college. I was in my dorm when the planes first hit. I was watching the news, went down, ate some breakfast, and then went back up to my room, being ready for class. And then that's when I watched the first tower go down. I didn't think much anything of it because they'd been there was a bombing in the early 90s of the World Trade Center. Nothing happened. And then so I didn't think anything was going to happen. And then I watched the screen and I went to class. I was just in a stupor because I didn't know what to do other than do what I would normally do. And, I
Hey, you're right,
Mid-class,
Hermit.
my-
We'll circle back, man. We'll circle back
All
when
right.
you're in better
Give me a
reception.
minute.
All good, bro. All good. Let's throw it over to.
Fucking phone.
I heard that. I know the struggle. Let's throw it over to EAC while Hermit gets to someplace with better reception. EAC, man, where were you when 9/11 happened, and what did it feel like in Canada? Actually, I'm kind of curious about too.
Yeah, bro. So I'll never forget it. So I was in college. I was in class, and I was just I seen someone. Just a second. I gotta get my dog here. And the teacher was teaching class, right? And someone walked in while the class was live and like went over to the teacher and kind of said something. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, but I didn't think much of it. But the teacher finished up the class, but you could tell like whatever got said to him, there was something like kind of he was shooken up about. But as soon as he got done teaching the class, as soon as the class was over, he announced kind of what happened, that a plane has flown into the World Trade Center. So immediately then the whole like kind of class went down, and we had this kind of like break room with a TV like area. And it was filled up with people, and we're all watching on screen. And we watched the second plane like fly in like live on the screen, and it was just the kind of everyone was like, "Yo, like what the fuck's happening right now?" And then like announcement was like came over the college like announcement like everyone's off today, like and I'm just thinking like like I'm in college and I'm like yo, like I went home. I probably smoked a lot of weed, and I just kind of hung out for the day. But I'll never forget it as one of those days that's just like, and to see the second plane hit live, and it was just, I was just never forget it. Even though like so much time has gone by, it's still one of those events that's like, I'll never forget.
Yeah, man, it's a pretty crazy event, or what was definitely a pretty crazy event, and it is curious to hear how it felt in Canada. I'm
Well, I know we joke about it a lot and stuff, but I mean, Canada and the U.S. like we're pretty aligned. You know what I mean? We're neighbors, we're friends, we have the same like we have the same aspirations, and we share the same common interests and goals, really. So, and like if you look at Canada, we have the longest undefended border. Like all Canadians are on the border of America. So we're pretty much like, I mean, there's not too much difference between us. So things that happen to you in America, like happen to us in Canada. Like we're just pretty, everything we do is so like combined. Like we even, Canada doesn't build their own cars, right? But we build cars in America. Or we build American cars in Canada. Like,
that's kind of funny for real. But yeah, I was I was in high school. I was probably 16. I was a junior, and so we got like an announcement over the intercom that there had been a terrorist attack, and I actually just happened to be in history class, and my teacher, and I didn't realize the impact of truly what it was back then. My teacher's like, "This is history, we need to watch this," and so we got to watch it that day, and we were in the same situation to where we put it on the TV that was in the classroom, and the second plane hit the tower, and I was like, "Whoa, was that a recording? I thought this was live." and then everyone's like, no, it was live. It's another plane hit the tower. And then in every that was like my morning class for the day. It was history that day. And then in every class after that, we were just watching all the updated coverage on the news and stuff like that, except for math. My pre-calc teacher, he's like, well, our schedule is very detail oriented, and it doesn't leave room for taking days off for terrorist attacks. So the math class was the one class that we actually still had to do normal work in. But yeah, it was a crazy moment, man. I remember my stepdad actually worked at the airport, and he did something in air traffic control. So like, it was like a big deal for stuff they had going on and all that stuff. So it was a crazy time all around here. And just like the whole vibe was different, like, yeah, it was just one of those times where people, they were scared, but they felt proud to be American. And it was a time too, where like, yeah, I think a lot of people were like, man, our American differences aren't that bad, because, regardless of, these people want to kill us. And I guess now we're almost at the point where Americans want to kill each other, but totally different subject. Let's throw it over to Timbo. Timbo, man, how you doing, bro? And where were you when 9/11 happened?
Open in ear spaces too. Open mic.
GM, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, I'm using the laptop for the first time. I believe I was 13 years old, and I was in Mayport Middle School in Jacksonville, Florida. And the school that I was at was 90% military kids, because we had a Navy base real close. And it was scary, bro, because I was like, there was 2 kids left in class, and one of them was me, bro. And like, it was a really eerie day, because everybody came and grabbed their kids. The naval base went on high alert. My stepdad had to report in for duty. He was in the Navy. It was really scary, bro. Honestly, it was weird coming home from school that day. My mom was sitting on the couch with a bottle of wine and a towel, crying her eyes out.
Dang. No. Wow, I got super lucky on this guy. He had the ace blocker. My bad there, but no, that is crazy being in a military town like that. You said it was a military school or military town?
So the Naval Air Station Jacksonville was not that. Naval Air Station Mayport was not that far, and like all the military kids, if they went to public school, that was one of the public schools they went to, and you could tell it was like military families, because everybody was gone. Like they kept getting checked out randomly throughout the day. It was really crazy, and we watched it in school too. It literally, they put it on the TV. They like canceled all classes, had us sit in homeroom all day, and just put the TV on and let us watch the news all day. Kind of crazy. Like, I can't imagine them putting the news on yesterday for the school, right? Like, that would be insane.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was a little bit different. As much as I compare Charlie Kirk to the MLK assassination, it's kind of tough to compare anything to 9/11, at least in our time spans. Good to hear from you, Timbo. Hermit, man, you got some better reception now?
I might. Sorry for my loss of my temper there. For
you're good. Nothing more frustrating than lack of internet.
I try to keep it under control, but there are times when no, it doesn't happen. But no, like I said, I went to class. I only took classes in the morning when I was in college, because then I had track practice in the afternoon. So like, it was just, I went to class. I don't think we discussed much. I went to track practice. Again, it was just more of a, I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do. And then it was like, I seriously at that point considered joining the military. So, I mean, I didn't ultimately end up joining the military, but I was pretty close. So, yeah, it was a weird week after that, I mean, it was pretty much one of those things, like you said, you're watching history, and like wasn't the first time they tried taking down the World Trade Center. Like I said, they tried bombing it like in the early '90s or something like that, and yeah, I didn't think anything was gonna happen. I was just like, oh, you flew 2 planes into a building. I was just like, they tried bombing it before and it didn't work out, and then, like I said, I watched it. All of a sudden, I just saw the plume of smoke like get bigger, and I was like, oh geez, it just collapsed. And I was on, like, the news was like, oh, we don't know what happened, da da da, and then the second one collapsed. I don't think it was very much longer after the first one collapsed. The second one went down. So, anyways, nope, that's what I was doing. So.
I mean, it actually almost inspired me to join the military as well. I obviously ended up not joining, but dude, it was one of those things to where it was one of those unifying moments where people, wanted to go fight for their country and felt like they needed to go defend freedom. And I kind of think we might see something spur out of the Charlie Kirk death like that, to where like people are going to be ready to fight for free speech if we find out, how if we ever find out how that can happen. But again, it's tough to compare Charlie Kirk to 9/11. It was just such a crazy moment in history, and a moment that had impact across so much stuff that we have going on in the world right now still. So it's it was a super interesting time to be around. But let's hey, Clutch, you around? Then we'll skip Clutch in the 9/11 segment if he's around.
Well, and I'll say that whole situation yesterday, I'm going to assume opened up a lot more eyes to the situation. I think a lot of people constantly are just like, it's not a big deal. And if you're not around it constantly, it's not necessarily a big deal. Like, I'm not around it, that type of stuff, too much. I see some whatever. Like, I know what's going on. Like, I'm somewhat in tune politically, but like, I know a lot of people aren't. And then when that happened, I think that may have opened up a lot more eyes. But also, I will also say, there was another, like, I haven't really seen it too much from any prominent influencer person, political person. There was another school shooting in Colorado. Like, it happened the exact same time. And so nobody heard about that one. And like the shooter there, I think shot 2 kids. I don't think they're dead. I haven't paid much attention. And that, like, looked it back up, but the shooter ended up killing himself or themselves, whatever. And so, you always end up having, you got the people that are like, I don't know. It always just comes down to more gun control and all this other stuff, and we've got to stop the whole gun thing. And I don't know. Like, that's pretty much the one thing that they keep trying to argue on. And I don't think, in my opinion, people understand, like firearms are just tools. It's not like I can put one in the middle of a street and it's not going to do anything. It's a person has to pick it up and actually use it. So at that point, like, is it good? No. But they're not, like, a firearm isn't inherently bad. It's the person who ends up using it. It's like a hammer. I can do this. I can cause just as much damage with a hammer, or a knife. We've seen that happen already, So I don't know where I'm going with it, but just like I said, head on a swivel. And it's one of those deals, like, don't go do stupid stuff. but be prepared to handle business if necessary. Like that's the biggest thing that people need to understand.
No,
And I hope
you
you're winning at poker.
up a little bit, up a little bit. But no, you said a lot of good stuff there, man. And like, I think a lot of this stuff is over politicized, just so like, you know, one side can, and you see it with 9/11, Charlie Kirk, everything. One side says we need stricter regulations because of this, or we need some type of control on something because of this. And you know, then the other side is, you know, then the other side is trying to politicize it for their advantage or leverage in their direction. So like at the end of the day, yeah, we just need to keep our heads on a swivel, take care of our circles, those around us, and just lift each other up like we do in this circle. Good stuff though, Hermit. Let me check in with Poker Dev here, man. I know Poker Dev's probably the little bit younger one in the circle here. How are you doing, Poker Dev, and where were you when 9/11 happened?
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. I actually can't tell you where I was. I was like 3 or 4 weeks old, so I just
Nah,
remember all the stories of my parents being absolutely terrified, no one really understanding what was going on, and in that moment that things were going to get a lot worse. Is something that stayed with me. Luckily it didn't, but obviously a very scary, scary day. I think as early as I remember, you're being taught about it in school. It's kind of being ingrained in your memory as a day that should not be forgotten. So, yeah, I did experience it, but I was probably sleeping or taking a nap.
you were here. You just don't remember it. No, fair enough. Fair enough, bro. Well, guys, I know a lot of us got to talk about it on the morning show a little bit before we get into some more, get into some crypto stuff. I do want to open the floor for any of you guys on here to hear any of your thoughts on the Charlie Kirk situation if you want to share them.
I guess it's obviously, a very unfortunate, saddening situation. A lot of people affected by it. I think one thing that stayed with me this last day is that, agree with the man or not, his spaces and his kind of whole ideology was to create a space to allow for conversation. And I think he was one of the very few people who did that and gave people, the right to share the opinions that maybe he wouldn't have agreed upon. So I think it is a dark day, and hopefully we can, create more conversations because I think that's the most important thing to do.
That's a no, that's a good take. You know, it's just an interesting day all around because we have so many examples of this politicized stuff all wrapped into one moment. So it's hard not to want to talk about all this stuff right now, even being on like a poker and crypto stream, So I know there's so much to take and so much to unpack with it. So that's just why I kind of been letting the convo be open, letting people talk about what they want to talk about with it.
I'm looking for like the updates on it. Like first, if they catch someone, who that person was, what type of weapon was used. I'm just looking for some details prior to any takes I want to give on it.
No, that's fair, and I guess that's kind of why I'm so interested in it, and it's such like a MLK type situation for me, just because I'm like, dude, how does somebody pull this off, something that big, and get away, and there's nothing around? So it's so weird, and that's why like I feel there's so many layers to it, and like it's even tied in with the with the 9/11 stuff, Let's get this some crypto though, guys. So let's talk treasuries real quick, man. A lot of these not a lot, but like there's companies popping up left and right now. and they're all opening up different type of treasuries to accumulate crypto on their company books. You guys think that's just the new buzzword in crypto to be marketed towards normies who really might not know any better? Because I mean, if we're being honest, most of these treasuries haven't gone well with the way the public's reacted to the trading. What do you guys think?
Bro, I think it's a buzzword to market to crypto bros. Like, we get all excited when we hear that there's going to be a treasury of people stockpiling crypto, that we're like longing it and buying because we think the bag's going to pump.
No, that's actually a good analysis and a pretty good point too. That it probably attracts those crypto bros that are into crypto, but they're also like they might be heavier into stocks. You know, like they're big bags in stocks, but they got some of their money in crypto because they think it could be the future. You know, those are the ones that'll probably end up aping into these companies and then being used as exit liquidity. What do you think, Hermit?
I think yes, I would say only because I don't think people still realize how easy it is to get a like Coinbase account or crypto.com account or anything else and then have your own self-custody wallet. So it's it's like ease of access. Like, oh, I already have a, Fidelity account, or I already have Robinhood or something to that effect. And it's like, I have money on there. I can just go ahead and buy this company that has this treasury and have some sort of exposure into crypto. Again, I don't think, obviously I'm biased, and I don't think just buying a stock in a company because they decided to add some crypto to their treasury is really a good idea, because you're essentially still investing in that company, and it's like, oh, well, we've got crypto now, and it's just like, bless you, it's like, we've got crypto now, and it's like, but what's your company do? Well, we're I don't know, a dog food company, It's like Chewy.com. It's like Chewy.com going, you know what? Let's add some crypto to our treasury. And it's like, well, dude, you're a pet food company. Why would you do, like, I can see you like allowing people to buy your food with like pet food and all that stuff with crypto, but it's not necessary to add it to your treasury. It was like I don't think Tesla bought any Bitcoin, but they just decided, you know what, we'll allow you to buy your Teslas with Bitcoin. And I could be wrong. I don't remember. It's been a long time.
No, they bought some Bitcoin. They bought a bunch of Bitcoin.
All right. So, well, they bought some Bitcoin, but again, like, maybe it was one of those deals where they're like, okay, buy some Bitcoin, and it's like, if somebody overpays, we can give them Bitcoin change back, I guess. I don't know. But I guess you just have a plan. Don't just sit there and buy the crypto willy-nilly and then having people go, oh, you know what? This is a good way to get some exposure into crypto. No, the good way to get exposure into crypto is by acting in crypto. Not like your BlackRock ETFs, strategy. It's not MicroStrategy anymore. It's just strategy. Like, just buy it yourself. It's not complicated, and you can do it probably in the next 10 minutes if you wanted to. I just think people are lazy, and so that's what they'll like. Again, I'm not going to buy a company because it's like, oh, you bought Doge, cool. Let me buy your company. Let me buy stocks in it. No, I'm not going to do that. Like,
I think companies do that. Like, they're like, when AI first came out, every company like on the stock market was like we do AI. We're getting into AI because they pump their stocks like on their reports. So maybe that's the stock pumping. We're buying crypto because like my wife does stocks and she's starting to hear like, well, these certain companies are doing huge run-ups because they're doing stuff with crypto. So maybe it's their buzzword on the stock market to get a pump on their stock right now. Maybe that's the meta, which is bullish for crypto.
Yeah, you guys actually make some great points there. And Hermit, kind of how you said it, it's like, why are you buying Doge? Like your company in particular. And like to throw it back to Tesla, it made sense for a company like Tesla to buy a bunch of Bitcoin, because if you're a business and you just have all this cash on in your books, like you're feeling the inflation and losing the spending power of it. So like you do want to have like assets on your books outside of your own company, and Bitcoin made perfect sense for that. But these other ones, I'm like, I don't know. And that's kind of like what you just said EAC, to where like maybe it's just a new thing to how they're trying to pump their charts for quarterly reports or whatever it is.
I think the new thing is like USDC or even USDT. Like, is it American taxable dollars or is it crypto? Right now, it's crypto. But can you pay stuff off without paying taxes with it? Yeah.
No, that's a really good point.
I will say this: if these companies were smart and they decide they're going to go the crypto route, buy the crypto, whatever it may be. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But start providing, like, make your own liquidity pool at that point, because then it's like, otherwise your crypto's just sitting there and you're hoping, it's going to go up or down, I guess. What it's like, if you just do USDC, USDT, at least you're making a return on some of that. Like you could do a USDT, USDC LP and make a 3% return or something. Like you're not making a ton, but you're making something, and it just sits there.
The one I was thinking about was USD1 when Trump launches that liquidity pool, that with USDC maybe.
That's actually a really good idea, and very practical, actually, I think, for a lot of these businesses, for a way to beat the inflation rate, to put it into stable coins that are reputable and earn the liquidity fees on them.
You mean the Hermit USD isn't reputable?
I'll buy it. I'll try. What's each dollar backed by?
It's backed by cave rocks from my cave.
If it's backed by blood, sweat, and tears, I'd do it.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure cave rocks are a finite resource, so it sounds like it's pretty much backed by Bitcoin.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know. I might be rugging. Am I rugging?
No, you're good.
Okay. I was going to say the Gold Rush token, Grush. I wanted to ask K-Slayer at some point, when do we get access to a gold claim, so that way we can like go out there on our own and go dredging a river or something for gold. Like that would be pretty sick, in my opinion, but I'm old-fashioned.
Dude, I think it'd be cool. I forget where we were at. We were somewhere with my kid, and they had a thing to where like, you could rent like a gold pan for like X amount of dollars and go try to pull some gold out of the water. We were gonna do it, but it was kind of cold out, and I was like, man, we don't want to go play in the water today. we decided not to. But like, it actually would be a tight project if like you had like access to some type of area where there was gold, and then community members could actually come there and cash in tokens or go mine for tokens or something like that and earn a piece of it. Like that would be a cool concept to work for something.
Yo, so I actually got into gold panning for a bit. I had gold pans. We live in an area where you can like find gold. During my whole kind of search for gold, a lot of hours spent. But you know what? It was like still out in nature, your feet in the lake, exploring areas. So it wasn't a waste of time. But if Get P was backed by that, it would go broke because I got one little speck my whole search. But I found some cool rocks, had some great camping trips, and no regrets.
That's pretty cool. I'll have to go do that. No, I think it would be fun.
But yeah, we're close to the Yukon, and yeah, there's some people that found some huge nuggets before.
Finding them nuggets, baby. Them gold nuggets. Hey, Timbo, you around? Ain't no Timbo. Oh,
Yeah, I'm here, bro. My bad. For some reason it takes like 3 seconds for my mic to unmute. I've been here the whole time. I just my dog had to go out a second ago, so I dipped for like 3 seconds. But
oh, you're good.
yeah,
Real quick. While you might want to look at the Solana chart too. You might like this range for a quick low leverage short. Low leverage.
Oh, please. What is he doing?
Low leverage.
Oh, no. Low leverage? What's that, bro? What's
low?
1000x, bro. Let's go.
Dude,
I've been. What's low leverage?
I'm chilling in a 10x leverage short right now. Chilling.
Chart.
Feeling good. I got a stop loss on it.
Oh, bro, I wish I would have.
The fib's at 222.22, I think it is. No, that's not that. That's not the fib. That's not the fib. My stop loss is above. It said sorry guys, we get ADD.
It's consolidating in that range, bro. It's looking like it's either gonna rip or dip, dog.
Well, there's a fib at 230.46, so I don't know if it's gonna rip past there. Volatility is getting very low too, and when volatility gets low, you expect to move in the opposite direction. So since we've really had to move up, the opposite direction would be down, and I'd expect us to go test the 30-minute 200, which is at 218.12 right now. We probably meet it around 219 to 220 if I'm right about this short, right? And nobody bats 1,000, so nobody listen in and go full port your port on this short because I mentioned that I'm in a short. I'm in a 10x leverage short, right? So like I'm not risking a whole lot as opposed to like Timbo be firing 100x.
When did you enter, Andrew?
I entered.
When did you enter, bro?
I didn't enter much better than this for real. Yeah, I mean I entered
on a short. That's what you.
Yeah, we're pretty much around my entry right now. Yeah, a little. Actually, I'm down a little bit on my short to be real now.
Yeah, bro.
But I'm chilling till next. I want to have. Oh, go ahead.
My bad, bro. This damn computer, the delay or whatever. I like when it comes to Solana up in these ranges, like, and this is just me, my opinion. You really have to like analyze the chart and like start kind of reacting and seeing what it reacts to. But as far as like some people like to just blatantly listen to people and do whatever some people say, bro, when we're up in these levels, there is no really, we've only been up here once. There is no comparison in the time. It's like comparing, LeBron to Jordan. There is like, bro, that was in January. Like that, you know what I mean? I think
we've been here a few times. We've been here before. You got to go all the way back to last bull run.
Right. It's not like as normal. It's not like, the 200 range, like the 200, 210. It's not like that little range right there that I got mapped out. It's unfamiliar territory for me.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. Like when you look at a chart daily, after a while, you just generally naturally get a feel for the ranges. And you know, I even
Right.
before I fully understood trading, it was actually like when I really kind of figured it out. Like it was when I was liquidity farming actually, and I'd watched a chart for it was called Ape Coin, I think maybe it was Banana Coin on BSC for Ape Swap, and dude, I had a big bag from I was liquidity farming on them big, and dude, I just be getting all these free bananas, and then I was like, why am I not selling at the top because I know what the top's generally going to be on these pumps and just buying more on the bottom. And then my friends like, well, you know, time in the market, burn time in the market. And then like after I watched it happen like 3 more times, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna time the market. And so like yeah, after you look at a chart for a while, you do kind of start to feel a range.
Yeah, and if I mean just looking at Solana chart, bro, I put it on the hour. Bro, if you really look at since we were at 199, it's just been a constant run, dog. Like there hasn't really been much of a retracement or a pullback or anything. We just been bulling it all the way to 226. So I'm definitely of the same mind as you, dog. You know me, whenever I see all-time highs for the month, I'm automatically slapping the red button.
Slap that red button, and everybody should also slap that green button right now and buy yourself a bag of dope. Buy some dope on Pump.fun. Regardless of where you're following from, you can find dope in the description. It's my coin that's attached to this stream. It's how you power this stream. It's how the stream is powered, right? So if you're following from Pump, just go ahead and grab a bag of dope. Grab a big bag of dope, right? Here's the alpha. I'm gonna drop low key on this stream pretty soon. I'm gonna have a private little group for people holding 1% or more. But yeah, if you're watching from YouTube or LinkedIn, the contract address for dope is in the description. I'm Andrew Sales, aka Dope Sales. So that's why it's called dope. But yeah, grab a bag of dope. The if you're listening in from X, you can check out my bio, and I got the CA in there for it. But yeah, guys, grab yourself a bag of dope. And if you're like a person that's like, well, like why would I grab a token for a stream? Well, think about it like this, man. If you like the stream, support it, right? And like not because it's me, but think about it. When you like a stream and you buy a subscription, you buy it because you like it. You want that guy to stick around. I'm gonna stick around whether you guys buy or not, right? So like, yeah, that's the real outfit. I'm not gonna quit. So eventually this is gonna explode. I'm an early streamer on Pump, but the thing is, look at this as your subscription, right? Think of how you would value this stream to you personally, regardless of what you get out of it. Maybe it's $100 a month, maybe it's $10 a month, maybe it's $1 a month, right? I don't care, but however you value this stream, go use that as your investment in it. Maybe it's like Netflix and $6.99 a month or whatever Netflix is right now. That's your subscription to this stream, right? Now the beauty of this subscription is, hey, I'm about to do something for some special stuff for all the people that hold the dope token, particularly the 1%ers that got the 1% of the supply. But later down the line, if you don't like the stream or you look down and you see your subscription's worth a whole bunch more money, sell it. I want you guys to make money trading dope. I want you guys to make money buying and selling dope. That's why I created this token. So yeah, guys, if you like the stream, support it. Grab a bag of dope, grab a little bag of dope, grab a big bag of dope. But sell yourself some dope when you look down and your dope's worth a lot more, because I think we're going to keep bringing in people that appreciate this stream and want to support it. And give me a reason to keep showing up, right? But I'm going to keep showing up. So support the stream, guys. Grab some dope, buy some dope, sell some dope, have a good time hanging out with some dope people. I want to say what's up to some of these comments real quick, and then we do a conspiracy of the day now, because I'm partnered with MKU3, and then we'll get back to some crypto topics at the rest of those crypto topics. Got to say what's up to the Poker Token for reposting the space. We got Poker Dev in here, big fan of poker. We'll let him fill us in with what they got cooking later. We got G Puck with the repost. Thank you so much, G Pup. Truly appreciate the support, man. You be supporting us on all fronts, man. You're in every space. You're listening to the stream. I hope you're making money off the alpha. Would love to have you come by on stream sometime, bro. Hit me up if you want to join the streaming chat if you're not in here, so we can get you on. Then we had G Pup say, "This better work, Andrew. My entire paycheck depends on it. Naturally, I chose low leverage at 40x. Look, 40x is a lot lower than what a lot of people are using. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like my bread and butter trade for Solana is 25x. Let me check here.
Yo, Andrew, can I get a shill in because it goes well with behind yours?
Yeah, go ahead, homie. Go ahead.
Yo, so get P, the day of the get P word of the day is promotion. So if you hold 10 million get P, you just have to buy it with your wallet and hold it. I'll give you a 30-second shill in an X space daily, and on top of that, I'll create a custom ad for your project or just you and post it on my X. I got 20K. I'm getting up to 19K followers and adding every day. But I'll create that promotion for you and post it on my X daily. And you can see that. And all you have to do is hold that 10 million. Show me the wallet. DM me when you buy that 10 million. And anytime you're like not getting value, it's your 10 million. So you're really getting promotion for free. You can swap out that 10 million and then, the deal's done. I won't promo you anymore, but all you have to do is get 10 million right now. It's around $150. So get P.
Get some P, baby. I've been trading some P. That's the cool thing about these creator tokens, man. A lot of people, like when you get in their tokens, are like, hold, man, hold. And with these, we're like, dude, buy and sell. That's kind of how we make money off them, is by people trading the charts. So I support people buying and selling.
Yeah, no, like I had a kind of like it's kind of like messed up. Like I had a buddy call me out, like, why didn't you give it to me as soon as you dropped it? And the chart went up and chart went down. Like I can't control people taking profits, bro. But I can just control what I do, and I'm just buying. And I bought with the dev wallet. That's pretty much locked. And I just keep accumulating more, and I'll be accumulating more get P, pushing it to bond. But I don't want to do the whole kind of get to bond and dump. I'm gonna run this up. Like I'm here long term. Andrew really inspired me to do this, and he's the reason. And so, and Timbo too. Yo, shout out. So, I'm on Soul with you guys. Yeah. So get some P. Get P to support. And like Andrew said, take profits. Get P.
Take profits, get P. That's what we do, baby.
Bro, what was I? Did you yell at me? What was I doing?
Oh, no, nobody yelled at you. I was saying that.
I just heard my name.
I was just giving you a shout out, bro, because you inspired me to, get on pump too.
Oh, I thought you were calling for my downfall. Sorry. I'm just
no way,
kidding.
Bro. I'm a 10 million supporter of partner. Only up from here.
Let's go, bro. Hey, and we had Soul Boost last night by 7.8 million or something while we were live, and we also have the Pump.Fun stream going. We're watching y'all play poker. And Andrew, I have a challenge for you, my boy. AMBMGM said he wants to challenge you to a heads-up poker game. Let's go.
Right now?
I don't know. I'll orchestrate it. I'll sell tickets and I'll mass market it. The loser has to unplug their computer for 24 hours. So we'll see how this goes. No, I'm just joking.
That's high stakes.
I'm just joking.
We'll do it.
Yo, I got one for you guys if you want to do it. A poly market prediction right up your alley. So what price will Solana hit September 8th to 14? You guys tell me. I'll lock it in.
That's a hard one. 8 to 14. I don't know.
September 8th to 14th. So in the next 3 days, what price will Solana hit?
I mean, it really depends on. Like, I'll give an answer for that. Like, I'll post on X and about after this candle closes today. The daily candle closes in like 4 hours.
All right, tag me in it, and then I'll take a bet on what you post, and it's just for fun.
I like it.
Because I'm pushing P poly market too.
Pushing P.
And I took a trade with you, Andrew. I took a short, baby.
I like it. I like it. I gotta roll some of this short profit from the dope.
Yo, and shout out to the Get P viewers right now. If you want to make money today, probably get in on this, what they're calling here today. Take that short. Perp trading, they're kind of pros at it. And if you win, throw it at Get P chart. Let's run it up.
Yeah, right. Like that'll be that's some of the other alpha. I'm gonna put together a group chat for everybody that holds 1% of dope, and every day I'll give you one leverage trade, and all I ask is we all take 5 to 10% of our profits and pump it in the dope, and you can sell it later. But then that way we're the people in the chat are all making money and pumping dope along the way. So if you guys want to get in this chat while it's cheap, I think I'm going to make the announcement on the space tomorrow. I host a morning space on X every day. So I'm probably going to make the announcement. I'm going to do it on Saturday night, because Saturday night's our shill space. So I'm going to shill dope on the space. I'm going to make the announcement about the 1% club. And and that way we you guys can have a little bit of the alpha early on it. Well, Timbo, man, let's do the conspiracy of the day, man. What are we talking about today, homie?
Oh man, you already know, dude. 9/11, man. It's a commemorate. It's the memorial. It's the anniversary. RIP. I hate saying anniversary because it sounds like we're celebrating, but it's the day, and so much information has came out since 9/11. I mean, still coming out. But the question, was it an inside job? Why did those Israeli dudes why were they celebrating on a rooftop, and then they get pulled over, and I can't remember who it was at the time, but the Secretary of State basically like put them on a plane and sent them straight to Israel. There was like four or five Israeli guys that got pulled over in New York, like going to the airport, and they represented a moving company, but at their moving company, all they had was there was a shit ton of computers and hard drives, and they were literally caught on camera like celebrating when the World Trade Center got hit. And then when they got pulled over, the first thing that they said to the cops was, "No, we're Palestinians. We're
I
not."
just bluffed this guy, and he
They
was
said
Lucky
we're
River.
Israeli.
Go ahead. I was talking about the poker game real quick. I just bluffed this guy, and he goes Lucky River. I got to tell him about
That's so funny.
But my bad. Go ahead, Timbo.
They get out of the car when they got pulled over, and their first words to the police officers were, "We're Israelis. We're not Palestinians." And like it hadn't even hit the news like what had happened or who was responsible. So for these dudes to like automatically be saying, I don't know, bro, it's really deep. Myron, I don't know if you're familiar with that. The conservative, like he's a KOL or whatever on Twitter.
Myron Gaines.
Yeah, Myron. Yeah, Myron Gaines, bro. He talked about it in the streets of Boston. He literally did like a 5-minute thing where he talked about these Israelis celebrating and getting pulled over, and then the then Secretary of State putting them on a plane straight to Israel the same day. It's really crazy, bro. And then with all the things that we've been hearing and have been coming out recently, it really just makes you wonder, man. Like, at what lengths will our government go to for mind control, right? And that's what MKU is for, and that's why we're here asking these questions. Like, I literally got a couple messages last night, RIP Charlie Kirk, that said, "Hey, bro, are you still going to work on MKU?" and it came from multiple people. And I was like, duh, what do you mean? And they're like, bro, it's only a matter of time before not only people that have voices and are asking those type of questions or are speaking in that manner are silenced, but bro, like you're never worried, you're not worried about your safety or anything when you're talking about these subjects. Or I was like, nah, bro, honestly, I'd never really thought about it like that, but um it definitely makes you open your eyes, bro. There's a reason things happen. This wasn't just some crazy person that was off his meds give a fuck what the media says. I feel like it was, but yeah, the conspiracy of the day, 9/11, dude. Conspiracy continues, the saga, and search for answers is always going to be in my head, dude. I'm always wondering why, and this, like that. It's just crazy, bro. What do y'all think about 9/11, dog? Like, do y'all think it was an inside job? Have y'all seen all this info about it? We know jet fuel can't melt steel beams. We know that shit. I don't know, dude.
Well, no doubt that it was used to create a war it had nothing to do with.
Right. It was like, bro.
Like, there's no doubt about that. There was no weapons of mass destruction. You know what I mean?
Right.
No,
It was like that was the patsy to get us over there, right? Like that was the straw that broke our back to get us to move on the info that I don't know, bro. It was just, and the fact that Alex Jones talked about it, and I know he's crazy, right? Like tinfoil hat guy. Everybody says he's crazy. But in April or May of 2011 or 2001, before September 11th, he literally said that they were going to do a terrorist attack, and it was planned out by the CIA, and they were literally going to frame Osama bin Laden. He put it all out there. Like he literally said everything. And then that was when everybody said he's crazy, water turns frogs gay, all this crazy shit. It's just
that ended up being right.
yeah, man. I don't right, bro. Like and think about it, dude. Alex Jones, they ridiculed him so much and popped him so hard financially with Sandy Hook that he can't even they tried to discredit that man, and it comes to find out that 90% of the shit he was screaming about is real. We just didn't like the way he was, projecting the information. That's wild, bro.
That is
And
wild.
I'm not gonna lie, a 265-pound man with spittle coming out of his mouth screaming that the frogs are gay would probably scare me too, though.
But yeah, when it comes to 9/11, I thought it was an inside job really before it was really talked about that much. Just because there was so much that didn't seem right there when you really looked into it. The towers that jet fuel shouldn't do that. The way it fell, right? Like I remember being a kid and watching it and it wasn't that many years or fewer that many years prior that we had demolished the hockey arena in St. Louis, and they imploded it, and the way it fell looked exactly like the way the two towers fell. And I remember I like saying that when it happened, and somebody's like, no, it's just how buildings fall and look. And it's like, no, it's not. So like that's really weird. And then you got like, what's it, building 7 or whatever that wasn't even hit, and that fell. And then there's something with like, I want to say it was reporters in Australia reported it before it even happened. Like that's really weird. So like it's yeah, man, it's one of those things that I think there were some players that truly knew what was going on there.
Bro, and not to mention like the biggest thing with 9/11, right? Like I think it was all as with per normal for our country and for our government, they're the king of misdirections, right? The same day 9/11 happened and the plane hit the Pentagon, bro, all that money came up missing. And that one room in the Pentagon was where like all the files were kept for us to see how much money was owed. Like, get the hell out of here, bro. And then You can't find any video of a plane hitting the Pentagon, one of the most videoed buildings like they have so many surveillance cameras around the Pentagon. How are you telling me that a passenger jet hit the building and you can't find it on camera? Like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, they say that was a missile. Like, I don't know the facts of that, but I think it all ties hand in hand, and it was not a coincidence. It was very carefully executed and planned out by the powers that be, for whatever reason. But I think for the most part, bro, we're a grand stage, and like there's people like puppeteers just going through the motions and doing things, and I don't know, man. I yesterday just kind of stabbed in the leg, right? Like this is real. That was like my fork in my leg moment. Like, oh shit, they're not playing no more. Like they couldn't get Trump. Okay, they're just taking folks out. Like, I don't know.
And one thing like that I always thought, I mean, it's just like a thought. There was another plane, right? And it was heading for the White House. And then supposedly that plane, the passengers like broke into the cockpit and took the pilot and decided to crash the plane. Like, I don't really buy that. I think the military took that one out, and they just couldn't admit doing that because they killed a bunch of people. But I mean, that's just one of my conspiracy theories.
No, that's good, EAC. I'm bewildered by it all, bro. But one of the things that I think about when it comes to 9/11, right? Imagine if 9/11 would have happened today. Like, imagine how much, like, that. I feel like that plays a part in how things play out as well, right? Like, they want shit to be on a stage and want it to be seen, bro. There would be, like, I think we would have figured out who it was in record time if 9/11 would have happened today. I feel like we wouldn't have been able to be lied to that easy. But then again, we get duped all the time, bro. So there's no telling.
I mean, as soon as 9/11 happened too, basically it gave the US government, they pretty much passed a law that they can like listen to everyone's phone, which is kind of crazy. Then they took massive advantage of the situation. They opened up Guantanamo. They like just sent every person there like without even like a trial or whatever. It's just, it just changed. It definitely changed the world that moment. A lot of, and the government totally took advantage of it, whether they had a part to do with it or whatever, or knew or how it happened or whatever that part is, which I don't really think. But they definitely, after the fact, said it was a free for all, and people's rights really went out the window that day.
No, I agree with that for sure. It definitely changed up everybody's rights, that whole situation. Let's get back to some crypto talk here, guys. Let me see what other topics I have for us. Sorry, my notepad closed out. Let me check this stuff. So if you took that short when I talked about it, you should be up. I don't know if anybody on stream took it, or I'm pretty sure Timbo took it, but I don't know if anybody listening took it. But yeah, next topic is Litecoin. So they fired their social media intern for trolling people. And I'm not a fan of Litecoin, right? Like, I don't have anything against Litecoin. You're not making any money holding it, so I'm not holding it. But their social media intern was pretty good. Like he'd engage back with me. I'd repost their stuff. He'd comment on it and try to defend it. His thoughts in like a troll type way. But yeah, they fired him for trolling people. I don't know what do you guys think about this? Is how long till they go to zero? Does that just show that they're truly out of touch with this ecosystem? What do you guys think?
Yo, so I don't know much about Litecoin. Like I know CK Cardano, he's always like saying buy Litecoin and you're gonna get rich someday. I also what I know about Litecoin is you can inscribe on it. So there hasn't been a project that's like inscribed their NFTs on Litecoin, which is like, yo, there's an opportunity. I'm not going to build the tech to do it. So, yo, if anyone hears this wants to run it up, go ahead. But like today's date of age being that I'm EAC, the like trolling gets you seen. And that's like the age we live in. Like trolls get attention. That's what you do. Like it's all for fun. It's all for marketing. So yeah, it's bearish to fire your marketer for trolling because he's doing his job.
No, that's a good point. I agree with that. If you're dialed into Web3, like trolling is just part of the culture. I mean, look, there's a reason troll coins pumping, but yeah, I feel like he got fired for doing his job essentially. What do the rest of you guys think?
I guess it just depends on what Litecoin's actual plan is other than just exist. If its sole purpose is to just exist, then it's probably a bad move only because you're getting zero attention at this point. So what's going to make me want to actually buy Litecoin? Like, is there anything out there that actually makes me want to buy Litecoin? I mean, I know one time you said, it was easy to move money back and forth or something like that. But past that, that's it. So It's like, if they have nothing going for it, then at some point you've got to figure out what's our business move if we want to actually try and go mainstream. Because nobody's talking about Litecoin.
No, so like that's actually a good question. Like, what's supposed to make me want to buy Litecoin, right? And like, I'm actually in the Litecoin forum on Reddit just because I like to follow the stuff, even if I'm not interested. Just because like maybe one day I'll get interested, but their big pitch is their usage, right? Like I said, it's cheap to send. So like I personally like, and not so much anymore because there's other stuff that's cheap to send that I'm probably holding, but like. There used to be a poker website that I'd play on that like the best way to onboard and off ramp money was Litecoin. So like I sent a lot of Litecoin, but their big pitch is, oh, we're the network with a ton of activity. We're bound to have a pump here soon.
Yeah, so it sounds like they have zero plan as to what they're actually going to accomplish. So bearish for them getting rid of their intern. Not bearish if they're just trying to, quote unquote, be seen as a professional entity at that point. So,
yeah, their roadmap sounds like a meme coin. And if you're not trolling people as a meme coin, you're not doing it right.
So they're a for real blockchain and not a meme coin. So like if they are trying to be professional, then I respect that. But I don't think that being professional is not even how you're gonna make it as a blockchain either, to be real. And your Litecoin, so you gotta do something. Yo, want to say what's up to Swapper real quick, GM. Swapper said cool stream. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in and hope you like the vibes. Give us a repost if you can. Shoot me a follow if you can. It looks like you might actually be a project, man. So always look at the link with projects, and we bring projects on here to chill, from time to time. So hit me up, hit the DMs. I can add you to the group chat if you want to come hang on here. let's throw it over to who else we got on here. Hey Timbo, if you're around, what do you think about Litecoin firing their intern?
I just got one question, Craig. How do you get fired on your day off? Nah, honestly, uh, bro, I don't even know anything about this situation. I've been listening to y'all. Bro, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you have to represent a business. Yeah, our space is about trolling and stuff, but I believe that is a very fine line to be towing if you're not a paid employee of somebody, and even if you are paid. Hey, HR's a mother fudger, dude. They can say yes to one thing and just fire you the next day to make their business look good. Um, Shout out that dude getting a new job if he wants to come intern at MKU3. As long as he doesn't do nothing crazy, he can probably not have a job.
Yeah. Bring him on to our circle. We could use a guy like that. I like this style, man. He knew how to troll Web3 and stuff. It just was like, I'm still not buying Litecoin.
Right. Hey, and I'm of the mind, bro. I rather, as like an employer, as somebody like I had my own landscaping business before. I much rather have to reel somebody's energy in and like tell them to chill out than have to tell them to, hey, go bust your ass. I much rather do that. So as long as there's room for correction, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all for it. Bring that energy on, baby. As long as you can be corrected and remain unoffended, that's your signs of growth as a man.
Well, in all fairness, too, we don't know how many times Litecoin warned him or whatever to stop. So there's always that possibility.
It's his 73rd offense.
Let's hit this last topic here. So Litecoin, or not Litecoin, I'm sorry, Chainlink announced that they're expanding their collaborations with U.S. federal agencies to start potentially bringing elections and voting on chain. What do you guys think about that? Is this what happened? Is what mass adoption feels like? And G-Pop said you get fired your day off when you text the boss's wife.
I'll jump in. Like, yeah, this is what mass adoption feels like, with real like utility coming in, and doing things that we all know the blockchain's capable of doing, which is making the real world more efficient.
No, that's super true. I think that should have been the end goal of all these blockchains, even Bitcoin in reality, but all these blockchains, the end goal should have been to make the real world more efficient.
I think it would be good, only just because, like, it's going to be harder for, I would assume, okay, I'm going to assume it's going to be harder to, like, basically stuff ballot boxes and fudge numbers and all that other stuff. And you're probably going to end up with some sort of issues like, how am I voting on Chainlink? Okay, well, you have to have this soul-bound NFT or whatever. But then I lost the keys to my wallet. Now what? So you're going to have to deal with that type of stuff. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, I think they'll make it pretty idiot-proof. Like, people be using the blockchain without even knowing it. The blockchain is just there because we know, like, it proves ownership, and it's basically, you can't delete it. And yeah, you can hack it. We've all seen it, but it's definitely harder to hack than your average web-based system, because it's all on chain, right? So I think that they'll create a system where it's not like people have to get a wallet or anything complicated. They'll just have to KYC, get verified, and then that's it. The rest is taken care of.
No, I think it's going to be something similar like that too. I think the whole social security system and birth certificate system will probably move on chain to where you'll just have like your digital identity, you know, from birth. Your birth certificate will be there, your social security card, all that stuff. Eventually it'll probably be medical files and all that stuff. So like Chainlink's probably going to be a big part of all that, you know, whether it's over the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. So I think Chainlink is actually one that is pretty safe to start accumulating right now if you weren't holding it before, just because if we are getting that bull run pump that they're talking about, that we could be getting that golden bull run, well, cool, Chainlink's going to gig us in because it's actually getting real world utility that people are going to be talking about. If we're not, and it's pretty much over, let me see what I want to do here at 35, 46. I don't half pot this. If it's pretty much over, well, let me see what this turn card is. Interesting turn. Sorry, guys, I'm going to focus on this hand real quick. I like that river, actually. Well, I'm going to check it back. Yep. But if it's over, well, we're going to see that that Chainlink has its day next bull run, I'm sure, just with all the real world uses we're getting on a federal level from it. So like I'm comfortable building a spot bag of Chainlink here, to be honest. You got any thoughts on Chainlink, Timbo?
I really don't. I'm not educated enough about it to speak on it. That's why when I seen it in the topics, bro, I honestly was ready to listen in and hear y'all weigh in and kind of do my own research. Y'all know me. I've only been in this space since like December, so I'm not too. I've had my so far up Solana and the meme coins ass that it's hard to breathe sometimes. I try to take in as much as I can and appreciate y'all for y'all's knowledge.
Oh, for sure, dog. Well, let's check in with
I'm
everybody.
shoveling food in my mouth and I'm also scanning. My bad.
I like it, man. If you find any checkers, just jump in and let us know what you found.
I got you. I found one earlier. I'm gonna send it to both you and EAC right now. I'm still looking at it. I like it though.
Well, guys, I want to give you guys a chance to talk about what you got cooking. Whoever wants to go first, the floor is open.
Yo, I'll go. One child that goes missing or gets exploited is one child too many. So with the Clutch Foundation, there's a 6% tax. You swap in, you swap out. That 6% tax goes to the International Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So we can be degens, we can have fun, and we can make a difference with the token, the Clutch Foundation. That's just a sample of what you get daily if you hold 10 million, get P. I'm not sure if Clutch holds that or not, but that's just a sample. And I'm going to do a post later so you can also see what the sample is. Get 10 million, get P today, and get that every day. Clutch, I hope you're listening.
That was fire. Hey, just to piggyback off that, DTN and MKU3 Space is also sponsored by the Clutch Foundation. If you ever see us in spaces Monday through Friday, They are sponsored by Clutch. We appreciate the love. 9:30 p.m. tonight. We're having a space for DTN and MKU3. And honestly, we were going to have a topic. I had, something pre-planned, but yesterday really changed stuff. And with today being 9/11, I put the title of Freedom of Speech, ? Deep State Market Makers. We're going to get in here and we're going to talk about it, bro. We're going to break it down, go over 9/11 as well. But honestly, I'm going to be scanning the market all day today, looking for trades or looking for projects to ape into. So we'll probably be scanning tonight. If any founders want to come through and shield tonight at 9:30 p.m., I would love for y'all to pull up and come vibe with us, man. We're just in here talking truths, trying to red pill the space and make sure that this next generation isn't a bunch of mindless sheep. That's the whole goal of MKU3. Want to educate and bring to light all these lies that we've been told all of our lives. So appreciate y'all for being here and supporting. Proud partners of EAC and Dope. Also, we signed a partnership yesterday with Stonks, got added to their treasury. So yeah, man, just working. And sorry for being short. I'm eating right now. My food's getting cold, but I'm here, baby. And
Yo,
Andrew,
short shows are the
I want to
best
watch
shows,
how you
bro.
do what, EAC?
Sorry I cut you off. I said your short shills are the best shills, bro.
Hey, sometimes I get into a monologue, bro. I learned if you keep it 30 seconds to a minute, that's what captivates attention and then leaves enough information out there for questions too. So I haven't quite got it quite hammered down, bro. I'm always discombobulated and my ADHD's firing on all cylinders unless I'm waxed by some dabs. But yeah, bro, I appreciate it.
Yo, an MKU3 doesn't need to pay me 10 million get P because I'm a partner of MKU3, and so I'll be pushing that all the time. It's a meme that doesn't expire. Conspiracies. It's onboarding the normies. You get in the X space, they hold it daily, they pull up daily. As soon as I seen the team and what they're doing, I'm like, I gotta get a piece of this and be a part of this. So it was the easiest 10 million that I got into. It was like, I don't know, it was a couple $100, and it still is just a couple $100. So if you can get in there too, be part of the admin team for 10 million MKU3. But if not, just get a bag and come into spaces with us, talk conspiracy. And yeah, we're partnered up with, so Get P and EAC, get MKU3 and Dope, get it all. Get a bag of Groptimus too. Let's hear it, Hermit.
Let's go. Hey, and you hit it on the head, bro. It's a timeless meta. This narrative doesn't expire. And I hate saying yesterday was an example, but we will always have topics to talk about. There's always a bigger picture happening and things that are going to pop up. And no matter how many conversations and topics we have, we will always have more. It's a sad reminder of the world we live in and kind of, the lengths at which the government will go or whoever will go to only have their side heard. So, yeah, man, appreciate you, ESC. Anybody want to support the chart, go grab a bag. We're also live on Pump.Fun right now. What's Gucci?
So guys, I'm gonna do a little challenge here. I started with 25 bucks on this table. I'm up to 85. So I'm gonna take the profit and go to a $50 buy-in table. And if I double up there, I'll take the profit and go to a $100 buy-in table. So we'll see what I can run this to up on stream. So this will probably be my last hand over here. And I'm gonna find another
I need
table.
y'all to go look at the comments on our Pump Fun stream, please. Pump Fun is undefeated, bro. The comment section.
Yo, I'll give it one more sample taste of what you could be getting, Andrew. So, yo, if you swap into SCOP is the ticker, that you can support what Andrew's doing here every day playing poker, and the money this guy wins goes back into the chart. So you're having fun watching this stream. Why not get in on the action? Go get some SCOP today.
Well, EAC, I'll bounce it off all you live on stream here, and I'll make sure all you guys get early CA on it. But I was thinking about dropping a WSOP token because the World Series of Poker main event is coming to Chicago on the 20th, and it's $1 million prize pool. So first place is 250 G's. So what I was thinking was dropping the WSOP token. If it runs, I think the number we had to run to would be like 55 or 60K. If it runs to 60K, I'll go play the tournament and actually I think it's enough for me to have 2 bullets for it. And then same split to where 50% goes into the chart, 25% for me, and then 25% to go play more big live events. But I mean, that could be like literally a one-click buy of 125K into the chart if I shipped it.
Bro, you're making it hard for me. I don't know like which one to ape.
I
can't ape it all, Andrew. Go broke.
CSOP has a good entry though, because a lot of people dumped it because they didn't think I was going to fire back into the chart, and I fired the 500 back in, and then somebody used that as exit liquidity, and then we've got a $150 buy-in tournament still for it on Sunday, where first place I think is going to be like it's going to be about 35 G's. So that could be 15K one clicked into the chart on Sunday. Ape where you prefer. Let me try to find another coin poker table here at a little bigger stake. Gonna have to join some waiting list here for these tables, I think. They heard I was trying to play. They want a piece of it. There's one guy on this table. Maybe he'll be down. Let's see if this game gets started. I'm gonna share my screen here. Oops. All right, we got some action from this dude. I'm gonna turn on some background music while we just sit here and hang out. Feel free to open mic though for anything you guys want to check out about. Get back, guys.
Yo, Timbo.
Oh, I had the nuts. You got me this time. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? So, I stacked off on that dude. I'm sure obviously anybody following along there saw it felt like a good river to bluff on. You know, there was a potential straight there. I had the straight blocker, so it wasn't likely that he had it. So I fired at it. You know, I thought I could get a fold there a lot of the time. He had bottom set, which is a pretty loose call, but something I should have recognized that, you know, maybe he's not the guy to bluff. But I ended up leaving the session with a small profit. The family just got home, so I'm gonna go ahead and chalk this one up for a win. I want to say thank you to all the panelists for coming and vibing with us today. I want to say thank you for all the listeners for vibing with us today. I want to say thank you to Coin Poker for powering this stream, and it's where I enjoy playing at. Make sure you guys check them out. Create an account. You can use the link to create it regardless of where you're tuning in from. If you're on Pump, it's listed as the website on the page, on my streamer page here. If you're following from X, you can see in my pin post and my bio, I got the link to Coin Poker. If you're following from YouTube or LinkedIn, you can see in the description of the space that I got the link to Coin Poker there too. Also, everybody, grab a bag of dope. If you're following from the Pump.Fun stream, make sure you grab a bag of dope, man. That's how this stream is powered. I'm going to do something special for the holders. I'm going to put together a special holder chat. I'm going to put together a 1%er chat. I'm going to drop a trade every day in the 1%er chat so we can get everybody in the 1%ers dropping their trade and then, firing at the chart. And so that's how we'll do it. But that's how we're going to pump some dope up. I want you guys to buy some dope, and then when you look up at your bag and your bag of dope's worth a big bag of money, sell your dope. I want you guys to make some money buying and selling dope. Just look at it as a subscription, right? If you enjoy the stream and you want to support it, think of how you at Netflix, right? You fire $6-8 a month. Maybe you value this stream at $100 a month. I don't know, but look at it as your subscription. If you ever don't enjoy the stream anymore, for whatever or even reason, you can sell your subscription and get that back. Or if the stream blows up, right? We're showing up every day. We're going to blow this up. You can sell your subscription for more later, right? With Netflix, it's not like, oh, well, I had Netflix for the past 6 months. Now it's worth, their stock went up, so I'm going to sell my subscription, right? You're buying stock in dope sales. I'm Andrew Sales, dope sales. You're buying stock in my stream, essentially, right? And if you think it's going to go up, sell it. But regardless, you get to participate and support the stream. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It was a fun episode. You'll see me on some spaces later throughout the day. But everybody have a great day. Peace out, guys.